Okay, I don't need to stand on it.
Is this your coat?
Yeah, but hang on.
Why?
We're doing the thing!
Are you embarrassed? What is this? Is that for abseiling?
Buckles! See, that's fine.
Right, we are today coming to POTSFORD GIBBET.
GIBBET.
POTSFORD GIBBET.
Is it GIBBET or GIBBET? I've been trying to work it out, and each time I say it, I've been saying different versions of it.
POTSFORD GIBBET.
Supposedly one of the most haunted places in Suffolk, or certainly one of the most well known. There was a guy who murdered 2 people with an axe in the village of POTSFORD in the 15 or 1600s.
See, I know nothing about this place at all.
Story
I've
time.
only looked it up on Google Images today for the first time in about a year, just so we can see it in the trees.
Yeah, he murdered 2 people with an axe, and then was found later on in the day walking around with a bloody axe. So he's arrested, put on trial, and was sentenced to death. And the gibbet here is where his body was put on display for, I think, 46 years.
What, so it was just for one person?
Yeah, this gibbet was for one person. He put his body in a cage and he was hung here for 46 years.
What, like dead or alive or?
Dead.
Dead?
Yeah, so 46 years of a smelly body. Harry Potter and the smelly body.
So, I guess people must have had to come all the way out here to just go look at it.
Yeah, but it would have been slightly closer to the village of POTSFORD. Lots of people would have walked between places.
So is POTSFORD just, because where we are now, we're just sort of on a country road out.
I'm also not the Suffolk Geographical Society.
No. Where we are at the moment, actually parked up, it's just in front of like a gate, kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And we've already seen a lost dog, with no one even about to have the dog.
I helped saved it, anyway.
Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah.
Yeah, as for ghost sightings, there's been quite a lot of people here that have seen shadow figures, actual full-on apparitions here. There was one of a lorry driver that was driving through here, went in there to take a leak. I think this was in the 90s, I'm not sure on the date of it. Went in there to take a leak, felt someone tapping him on the shoulder, and he turned around and saw someone behind him.
No way.
Sound of rattling chains in there.
I just hit the first old man, I couldn't see it.
Yeah, let's, I think, get going, have a look.
That's going to be good if it's, because we haven't had full-on shadow figure apparitions since Little Corner.
Well, it seems to be a very well-known place and a lot of stories from here, so we'll see if any of those stories might be true or whether they're... Anyway, this is the only rattling chain so far. So.
Yeah.
Right, so we're now heading off into the actual woods, and there's thorns and trippy things everywhere. Right, so we know it's through the woods here, but we don't actually know how far, or if it might even be towards the right side of us.
No, it's this side.
What, on the left?
I don't know where it is.
No, that's what I was saying.
I thought you meant of the road.
Oh, fuck.
It's me.
No, I'm just looking over there, the trees look all creepy.
I know, I'm not holding on to you because I'm gay, I'm scared or nothing. I'm holding on to you because I'm scared.
Okay. Like, I'm not the only one who's getting really freaked out by even just coming this far into the woods.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so... It feels like exceptionally creepy though. Oh man, the shadows are freaking me out.
That might be it.
How well can you see on your camera, Luke? Because I can't...
I'm looking with my torch, that's it, I think.
I can't really see it a lot on mine. Oh man, the tall trees are all spooky. As far as like atmosphere goes for it, it's definitely quite high up there so far.
It's so creepy. Like, my heart is racing right now. I'm so...
Mine is as well, but I like Luke said, I don't know why this is so... The atmosphere here is so eerie.
Jonas Snell is his name.
Yeah. Remains of POTSFORD GIBBET in use... I was reading that. In use at the end of the 17th century. Last known hanging April 14th, 1699.
I'm trying not to sketch myself out by like remembering that obviously there's animal noises and stuff moving about. But
Like that, you mean?
yeah. Because I think I just heard a deer or something run off over that way. It sounded like footsteps going.
rationalising everything to stop myself freaking
Yeah,
out.
I know. I'm the same at the moment.
Is there anybody here with us? Jonas Snell? Is this where your body was put on display?
Actually feeling like sick. It's so weird.
It feels like we're being watched.
I think especially the way that this bit is laid out, where you're staring towards a point and all behind you is where it's...
like trees and...
It feels so weird here, considering it is literally just a wood and a post
Yeah.
and nothing else.
I mean, it's not even like we've walked for like 30 minutes into the middle of the woods.
No.
No,
It's,
we're literally just down the road, down a footpath even. Is there somebody watching us here?
there's honestly noises everywhere. I think that's just general.
Yeah, but it adds to the creep.
It really does.
This device I'm holding here, if you speak into it, we'll be able to hear your voice. Could you talk, please? Can you tell us your name?
It's me moving.
Can you tell us your name? Jonas Snell, what do you think about what they did to you by putting your body on display here? Did that upset you? "46 years. People looking at you like you were some sort of circus attraction.
There's quite a lot of, as far as like the environment here as well, there's quite a lot of clumped together trees at sort of mine and your same height as us. Like I was just looking over there and it looks like there's people standing just at the edge of the woods, which is freaking me.
If you're on your own
out
here,
bad.
it's easy to get spooked.
So what was it you said about the guy who stopped for a whiz? What happened to him?
Yeah, he just walked up the track after he stopped for a wee, walked up the track and he was reading the sign. He felt someone...
Oh, he was actually up here.
He
as far
came
as
up this
here.
way, as far as I know, yeah, because he obviously knew that this was here, so he thought he'd come and take a look
Right,
while
yeah,
he was
yeah.
stopped. And felt someone touch his back and turn round and there was someone behind him.
Shine on that, please. What is
Sophie,
that?
don't
No,
do-
what is that? What is it?
What is what?
Shine a torch on it. It looked so creepy behind James. Like, honestly,
What, the tree stump?
yeah.
There's a
just-
sign or something on the right hand side against the floor.
It just looked like someone hunched over. So creepy.
I like as Luke's going. Yeah, he came up and someone touched him on his back. Then I suddenly feel tapping on my elbow from Sophie.
Well, if it's your elbow, it's me, because I'm
What-
not tall enough to reach your back.
What's down? Where was it? I'm sure we came up and there was like a little white
I
sign.
don't know if you'll be able to...
Is that like a keep out thing or something?
It's something. It looks like keep.
Private keep out.
Probably, yeah. It would have been on the tree, and the tree's since fallen over. The tree would have been
It
that
probably
way.
means for
That's why.
that area over there.
Yeah. But I guess in the strong winds and bad weather, the trees are at risk of falling over, so if you're out here on your own...
Yeah.
Guessing a lot of these trees wouldn't have been here when this was actually up.
Maybe
No,
not.
this is like the thing I'm wondering about. Like, what's the significance of having
Maybe
it
there
here?
could have been little, like, houses or, like, huts or something here.
So you reckon maybe there was other people living around this area?
Yeah. I think perhaps there were more houses.
I think they
or
probably would have
small,
been.
whatever you got, like, yeah, small houses compared to what there are now. Are you touching it? I don't want to touch it. Do you feel anything from it?
No, not really. I just wondered if touching it would do anything.
What about like K2 or something? See if there is actually any like EMF around here. It's so strange. It's as if because you have the focus point where everyone comes up here to look at is this.
Yeah.
It does feel like you're almost baited to look over that way.
Yeah.
And then you could have like someone behind you, especially with like the whole story of the guy, where is it, Jonas Snell, like if he being a murderer,
Yeah.
you think this is a great way to bait in people.
Well, I think as well, I think it's because they sort of mocked him by putting his body up here for all that time. I think it's sort of almost like his revenge for that, of still being about here.
Almost like a tortured soul.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, to sort of have your body as somewhere that people would walk past and sort of see and like joke about, sort of thing, almost, because he's sort of mocking in a way of having you. So I wonder if
well, that's what it is. You've committed these crimes, therefore your death is going to be, you know, sufferable, and you're not going to get to the afterlife. You're just going to be stuck in limbo, kind of thing.
Is there a sign on the back?
I think it's just that front one. No, it's just metal work to keep it standing.
So how exactly was his body on?
That was gone up, and
Yeah.
then it would have gone across, and it was in a cage hanging out over the side of it.
Okay.
So it's like a bird cage with a person in it.
Yeah.
This is so weird. Even coming around to this side, I'm getting that same feeling of like this is the bait to look this way. It feels like the action or something wants me to look behind where we're standing.
Creepy. I don't know why it feels so weird. There's no reason for it physically.
I mean, we're not even like deep inside the woods. That's the edge of the woods is just beyond the path there.
But it's like you think we've been inside places in tiny little areas and all of that, and we've not felt weird at all. But coming here, it does feel weird.
Yeah.
Just on edge, like you're being watched.
Just constant on edge. Yeah.
I mean, it's not even that close in, but I've got that sort of claustrophobic feeling from it as well.
What you mean? I'm going to try and more.
I mean, it's just open to the sky around here.
Yeah.
The closest thing to us is the trees, which is just behind us.
Jonas Snell, can you talk to us, please? Let's hear your voice. Are you still here in this area?
I don't mean you any harm. We just want to communicate with you.
Are you still here in this area?
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
What?
Play it back. I thought I just heard it say Jonas Snell. Really whispery. I don't know if it would have been like Sound Matrix in it.
Are you still here in this area?
We don't
There.
mean you any harm. I heard
I
something.
heard
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
heard that.
Just before I spoke.
Yeah. It's Jonas Snell or Jonas.
area?
We don't mean you any harm.
There's definitely a voice there.
It's a voice, isn't it?
Like a
It's
whisper.
something L, like L. So I'm thinking Snell.
I'll tell you what I noticed as well.
Can you play it one more time, just now that car's gone past.
Are you still here
There's moving on.
in this area?
We don't mean you any harm.
There's definitely something on that. Are you still here in this area?
Moving.
We don't mean you any harm. We just want to communicate.
That's the first EVP we've got in a long time.
It is. It's obviously very faint, but
We'll have to.
I was very conscious of.
We'll have to sing that up because at some point I said I'm moving, but I don't think
hear that on there.
I don't think that's when. Listen to it back, because if you hear me say I'm moving, then I definitely didn't say anything.
I know you mentioned your stomach, I think.
Yeah. I said my stomach because I was turning like this. But moving doesn't sound like L.
No.
Are you still here in this area?
We don't mean you any harm.
There's something
We just
there.
want
That wasn't you talking, because you talk, if you know what I mean. That was a whisper. That's so weird as well. My battery. I know I said I didn't have much on there,
Yeah.
but it's completely gone.
Oh, there.
Well, the battery flashing light come up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's related. It could be that it just wasn't particularly accurate, but.
All right, I'll stand
Yeah.
completely still this time.
Did you just try and speak to us? If so, we heard your voice. Could you say something again, please? Nothing on that one. What was we talking about? I was saying. I think I said his name, didn't I?
Yeah.
Jonas Snell, come forward and talk to us. There's a car going past.
Yeah,
but you
there's a
can-
lot of cars.
Jonas Snell, come forward and talk to us.
That's car.
Yeah, you can tell that's
We just
car.
have to wait till the other ones are gone past us.
That's weird, that first one we got.
I really don't like it here.
No,
It's just odd.
Right.
Uncomfortable.
it's quiet now, isn't it?
I'm wondering if, like, with the type of person that he was and what he did,
Yeah.
maybe going for, like, the softer approach at trying to communicate.
Yeah, he's obviously not particularly pleasant, but then, yeah, I don't know. He's not going to play ball with you when you want him to talk. He's not going to do it, is he? He's going to do
Yeah.
it. Sneaking up.
That's if he is aware of us.
Jonah, why did you kill those people?
I just had a gate open.
Yeah. That.
That.
There's the gate.
I think keep trying EVP for a minute, because
Yeah.
I really need a wee, but I'm too scared to go off on my
Take the torch if you want.
Is that right?
just like the van driver.
Yeah.
Ooh. Shh. Twigs all brushing up against my arm. There's something like scrapely fingers all over me. I can actually see where the spiky edge is. I don't want to stand on it. Actually, just to say quickly, for the sake of debunking stuff, like, there are a lot of quite spindly sticks that are pointing out right round it. Like, just now I got that one caught all up on my side. It just feel like someone tapped me on the side.
That's true, actually. Well, it's like we said, there's a lot of ways you could easily, like, mistake things here. Trees, heights of looking like people, stuff brushing up against you. Battery's gone. I must have not plugged the charger in properly. Toilet's gone on that one.
Huh?
Battery's gone on this one.
Oh.
Toilet.
I made a mistake.
I didn't piss on my legs, but I've got mud on the back of my. What was that?
What? Did you just hit the other bit?
Sounded like a gate again.
You reckon there's a gate up that side?
I couldn't see nothing. The
I think
path,
it's coming from that way.
the path just went on.
What do you think, like the gate over that way?
I don't know about the
But it
gate
doesn't
over
open.
there.
If you want us to leave, you need to give us a sign.
I was gonna say, guys, it's just suddenly taken on a really, really uncomfortable feeling. Try again, try article again.
Are you changing the atmosphere around us to try and get us to leave?
It's a tree creaking.
Are you trying to scare us off? We won't be going.
Why don't you show yourself to us? If you really want to scare us.
I think that's the sort of level to go with.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can just kind of tell how far you can push it. Right.
It's so weird. I keep getting the occasional couple of steps sort of noises.
Yeah, we're definitely alone here.
If anyone had come up, we would see them
Yeah.
walking up from there.
A lot of people think you were a coward for what you done, Jonah. Killing 2 undefended people. I think you are. You got anything to say about that?
I think you are. You got anything to say about that?
I'm glad we finally come out here.
Yeah.
What's that noise again?
Car horn, isn't it?
No, they're like, it sounds like metal hinge.
Why the little gap with the little gate kind of style?
What is that?
What?
On the front.
Oh no, it was just a shadow of the... Never mind.
Maybe even though this is here, this isn't the bit that he's always at if he's here.
Yeah.
Like if he's been hanging around in a cage here for the entire time, if his spirit or his energy has been sort of locked to this place, he's probably not going to want to be hanging around this pole the whole time.
But again, that's if time's a conscious thing of his. It might just be a principle.
What is that? Is that a bell hanging on it?
The chain.
Oh, what the hell's that?
It's a keychain.
Yeah.
But something has been hung on it at some point, and then...
It's not a little bell.
It's weird it's just been put on there.
Oh, there's a coin.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Weird.
Well, but check around the other side, see if there's anything else that's like randomly got it. Oh look,
What's that?
it's a thing with a, what do you call, dragonfly in it.
How do we not see all this before?
Because we weren't looking.
There's got to be more than that. I wonder if it's like either good luck or
Maybe
something like that.
if you come here and you talk to the spirit, you see the spirit or something like that, you leave something that keeps the spirit here.
Yeah. I got 1p.
I got a pack of gum.
Do it 1p.
Okay. Say something.
Here's 1p.
Let's
Does that count as tipping?
Yeah.
And it's the closer you get to here, the more I start to feel
Oh wait,
the intensity build
what
up.
you reckon? It's got like a radius to it.
Yeah. And like, the
it's-
closer you get to
As you're
it,
saying that, I'm getting that now.
yeah,
Yeah, at this point,
I've got a bit of like a sick feeling.
because it's weird.
That's what you said
It's-
earlier you felt.
Yeah, like a sick feeling. But it's weird to going up there. Again, it's that sort of sensation you get. It's like it draws you back, but then you
Yeah.
get to a certain point and it's like
Oh, I don't want to go any further, but
Yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
gonna, because that's what we do.
there's something that makes you want to go.
There's definitely
Yeah.
some kind of energy about here.
If you turn the light on quick, so how it is there.
Yeah.
So this would how tall do you reckon that would have been?
I reckon it'd been probably the same again.
Really?
And that it had a cross beam coming out diagonally to hold up.
Like hangman. But
Yeah,
instead
basically
of,
like
instead of a
hangman.
noose, you'd
Yeah,
have
it'd have been a cage.
So
on.
you reckon that the actual his body would have probably been up here
You've got to
somewhere?
think they'd have had it high enough that people wouldn't be banging their heads on it, and high enough that like bits of body wouldn't fall,
Yeah.
be brushing on people's heads. So
It's weird, even just standing here looking at it, it's unsettling.
I didn't actually expect it to feel like this. I thought it'd be just another. I more so thought it'd be the interest of actually seeing the actual gibbet itself and coming here, but the actual feeling is pretty intense. So it's not the fact it's in the forest and knowing what this was used for. I think there is something going on here.
Yeah, it's definitely a creepy one. Maybe come back another time, have another look?
I think it's on the cards.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go.